third one was on September 28th. They were well attended, and there was a lot of.
Don't be swayed by the proponents who are trying to profit from growing, and they don't even live in Encinitas.
They decided, wait, we don't want to participate, now changing their mind. The other point I want to bring up is...
They know they're not. We know that. That's basically the findings of the legislature. And so commercial cultivation is treated now as an agricultural product. Bond Oversight Committee, a $300 million bond, as well as the Mesa Spring Valley School District, a $55 million bond, and have committed myself to service in my community. And now we have SB 94, which consolidates all of that, proving that all cannabis is medical cannabis.
They tell us we should worry for the safety of our children and ourselves, even though there is not a single study that links cultivation, that's what we're talking about, to increased crime or increased usage among teens. If you have concerns about how Encinitas is changing, choose to support local agriculture and legacy businesses like Dram and Nectar. If you have concerns about the future of our children, my children who live here, who will go to school here, choose to put hundreds of thousands of dollars of new tax revenue towards our schools, towards after-school programs, and towards parks. And if you have concerns about what your constituents will think, remember that 40,000 Encinitas residents, the largest majority in the city of San Diego, more than any number of people that have showed up here, voted in favor of Prop 60.
Marijuana cultivation facilities come with a level of risk, which in turn comes with a need for additional law enforcement. It's proven that these facilities cause an increase in crime. As stated by San Diego Police Chief Shelley Zimmerman, these crimes include burglaries, robberies, thefts, assaults, and shootings. This added crime to our city calls for additional law enforcement. Today, Encinitas is financially healthy. Let's not burden our busy sheriffs with the need for more resources to combat the problems cultivation will create.
My name is Sam Humeid, Humeid, and I represent the San Diego Cannabis Delivery Alliance. Tonight on the ballot docket for Encinitas City Council, they are voting on one of three ordinances. One is an outright commercial activity ban for cannabis in the city of Encinitas. The second is a limited agricultural ordinance to allow for the growing of medical and recreational cannabis in the agricultural zones. And the third is an inclusive of safe access, which includes a limited delivery component as well as the agricultural component.
Okay, and talk about, I guess, SDCDA, and then just talk about what you guys are trying to do, and talk about what you did in San Diego.
Sure. The San Diego Cannabis Delivery Alliance is the San Diego's only trade organization focused solely on the welfare and well-being of independent cannabis therapy practitioners who operate mobile delivery services in the city of San Diego and in the county. What we're trying to do here is make sure that safe access is maintained in the county and in the city, in the various cities of the county. What we have is a lot of cities, even though we have 57% of the vote for Prop 64 and people want medical marijuana and recreational marijuana, not every city needs or wants a dispensary in it. But every city has a medical marijuana patient in it who deserves to have safe access in the privacy of their own home. And that's what we're advocating for. Sure, I would like to see the council members vote no clearly on the commercial ban. I would like for them definitely to vote affirmatively for the agricultural zone and for the delivery component, just to maintain safe access. Because right now, if people were to be eliminated from their rights to safe access, the closest place they could go is in La Jolla and or Mira Mesa, both very far distances from Encinitas. Very hard to get to. North County Transit, paratransit doesn't even service those two areas. They'd have to get to a whole new bus system to transfer over. Like it's really something that's really important. It's not so much marauding bands of pot slingers. We're cannabis therapy practitioners delivering cannabis to patients who are homebound and doing it in a fashion similar to house calls of doctors of time past.
Justin Collier, Justin Collier.
Okay, and yours?
And that's Matt Wild, Mattwild. So yeah, we're here on behalf of helping to support Cultivation for legalizing cannabis in Encinitas. I am a cannabis user myself, and it helps me. I have chronic pain issues from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. I have a C4 quadriplegia, and I've been a quadriplegic for, I'm 33, so do the math, I guess, 15 years now about. So, it helps me with my pain overall. Helps me with depression. I know there's a lot of people out there with PTSD, veterans, people coming back from war, and everybody can use this as a medicine, and it can really benefit a lot of people and help people out.
Kevin Smith. The city is considering the commercial cultivation of marijuana. And what we find very disingenuous in this whole thing, especially the way that the people who are in support of this are coming at it, is ultimately there's going to be a few landowners that are enriched because their property will become quite a bit more valuable. But these properties are right up next to many neighborhoods with families, with children, and there's an element that will come along with this cultivation that does not need to be in a family neighborhood. If you look around, people like the gentleman who's just here, he's able to get the medicine that he wants. Other people here in Encinitas are able to get it. It's legal. There's nothing stopping them from getting it. What our concern is having it grown and manufactured and dispensed here. We all buy gasoline, we drive our cars, and it's great, but you don't see any oil derricks here in Encinitas. We're all able to get all of the products that we need. They're not manufactured here, but we get them, and that's fine. But what we don't want is the element that comes along with commercial cultivation of marijuana here, which will very quickly lead to manufacture and dispensing. The thing that's really ironic about this is you'll see this red ribbon here. We're celebrating Red Ribbon Week. I was just in the City Hall chambers listening to the mayor make a proclamation against drugs, against abuse, in support of families that are fighting that and staying drug-free. Yet in the same evening, the City Council is going to consider a vote that would make commercial cultivation of marijuana legal in the city. That's what we're here to oppose. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people here in Encinitas that feel the exact same way that I do.